Hey guys, Lorcan the Hedgehog here, and welcome back to the Simpsons Tap Out event reviews. And today I'm here to review the time traveling toaster event that just came out around, say, the 30th of May. It'll be ending on the 5th of July, so this whole event adds a lot, but let's just get to it. So let's just say this event is based off the Simpsons as only really one segment of a Treehouse of Horror episode, and that's Time and Punishment from Treehouse of Horror 5. Kind of weird that they actually take one whole segment and just expand it, but yet again, it is time travel, so I guess you can do a lot with it. Now, Simpsons Tap Out has already done something sci-fi-ish when it comes to time travel, and that is with the sci-fi event that came back in around 2016, except that dealt with the future instead. This one is above in the past, which we have three particular time periods that are split into the events. We have the prehistoric times, the Egyptian times, and the pirate eras. So, yeah, so the plot. This is actually one of the few times I can actually say another event teased this particular event as well. The Forgotten Anniversary did tease this event by having an orange Homer come in and tell Homer not to build a time machine in order to, you know, go back and fix his anniversary. And knowing that it's events, of course, Homer forgets and, he makes a time traveling toaster again and goes back in time for his anniversary, only to cause, time to go crazy again. As now Homer has to try to find a way to fix everything and to defeat a caveman, a caveman, an Egyptian, and a pirate, Artie Sieves, which actually gives the Artie actually something to do against, but he actually doesn't really do anything either. It's just all these different Arties just there for a plot. So yeah, that is something. That's just a simple time traveling thing, as simple as it can be. But let's just get to characters and skins and all this other cool stuff. Act 1, the prehistoric times, this thing includes 8 characters. I'm not joking. This actually adds a lot in the first act, and the other two acts only have 3 characters. That's about it. Let's just get to it. There are only about 3 skins for this whole event, which one of them's in Act 1, and that's Cave Girl, like in Caveman or Cave Girl Burella. Now, I'm noticing recently, Tapper has been giving skins for characters who haven't really done anything in Tapper in a while. Have you ever noticed that this whole year we had one with American Town with Sailor Kalulu. We had Mastermind Hank Scorpio, and now we have Cave Girl Blue Rebel. If I don't know what will be next for the Tap Out. If the next event will give another character who hasn't done anything in a while, like skin as well. That is a recurrent thing. But yeah, this marks her first skin in the game. I doubt she'll get more, but you never know. Tap Out can surprise me. As well, there's 2 skins for Principal Skinner and Willie, which are both in the Act 2. Act 2, and one of them's a premium, which is Principal Skinner's Pyhaha Skinner. I think it cost 150 donuts, I think, for Act 2. I don't know. And then there's one for the last prize, which is Taskmaster Willie, which he was the last prize in Act 2. So that's about it when it comes to skins. They're okay, to say the least. The skins are okay. We have some good animation tasks and that, but, that's about it. Now for the characters. This one has a ton of characters for Act 1, but a lot of non-playable ones, so expect that. Let's just get to the non-playables first, because one of them's in the craftables, which is this is the only character that is in the craftables in this event, and that's the Homer Lizard. It's a cool looking non-playable character. It's Homer and the Lizard. That's cool. I'll get to this one soon. I'll get to explain this more, but there's one for a baby dinosaur, which looks like Barney the dinosaur, I suppose. That's kind of the gist of that character. There's about 2 premium non-playables, and one's just a Reptar, which comes around for just 40 donuts. Not that bad, honestly. And then there's a giant screen of hard, which I'm surprised. One, that Tap Out already had a screen of card from the Spy event as a decoration, But yeah, it's cool to have him as a character. He's a non-playable. I wouldn't actually mind if it was 40, like Reptar, or at least 60. But 80 donuts is a little too much for this character. Despite the name Giant, he isn't as big as, say, that big giant luckless monster from Buns, the Billionaire event. So I don't know if you want to buy it. If you want to scream pod around your town, go ahead. But honestly, I would actually just skip it, to be honest. I don't know, that's just me. But the characters who are playable, there's two in particular that look like they were going to be skins, but later they are actually full on characters instead of, skins for some characters. So that only counts for two. That counts for this counts for a caveman Mo, was the last prize for Act One. You think he was going to be a skin for Mo? No, this is actually a separate character instead of a skin for Mo. And another character, even with we have an old guild deal, which even the guild description even says this is a full character, not a skin, and that's Mozart. Mozart comes with the concert hall, and when you talk about guild, even they were aware that this character looks very, very similar to Bart Simpson, but it turns out this is a separate character, not a skin for Bart. So that is something, I suppose, like you got two Barts walking around. Except unlike, say, an evil Homer, this one can actually have tasks. As for other characters, let's just get to I'm trying to remember because it was a bit. It's a lot going on in Act One, so there was like I could be missing out on a few characters. But one that is Hustler Hambunt, which was the premium character for Act One as well. Well, he has his own. His building also can have a bit of currency here and there for the crafting, but I'll get to that soon as well. But he's being as a historian, being an event about time travel, and he was a historical museum. It makes sense to add him into time travel and all that. For Act 2, there's no new characters on that one, but there is Act 3 and Act 3. There's another playable character called a Wise Cracking Parrot. And this one is sort of similar to the Frog Prince from, I think, the 2013 Treehouse of Horror, where every time you tap him, he'll say something, unlike, say, the Frog Prince, where he vomits and just sometimes a quote might happen. This one will give you a quote all the time. It's all random. You have a bunch of random dialogue, which means he's a prize, so that's cool, I suppose. We have a sexy pirate, which she's the last prize for Act 3. I kind of find it a bit weird, because it turns out this actually is just from a fantasy of one of the characters has, and he's not an actual character, but fair enough, Tap Out can go whatever he wants. And speaking of whatever way you want to go once, there's also Blackbeard the Pirate as a character. Yeah, we have the pirate Blackbeard as a character, premium. He's $60 on his own, so a good price for a character. It's cool to have another pirate around Tap Out. I think that's all the characters. If there is one I'm missing, please tell me in the comments because there was a lot going on in Act 1 with all the characters in that, so I could be forgetting like one or two characters that entering that. But there is a few things also added to this game called the External Sight. Now this thing is now the reason why I say the baby dinosaur because this little mini game, let me just explain. You're looking for a lost treasure, which you have to get shovels. Which there are some characters who can able to come and get some shovels for you. For 4 hours, or you can just buy them with donuts, which it's if you have a ton of donuts to spend, go ahead. But the shovel, every time you collect a lost treasure, will count in the extra social prizes. And there's only 5 of them in total, which all have included decorations, buildings, and only for Act 1, the prehistoric times, a character, the baby dinosaur. So that is one thing that is one thing as well. The other two, they have some, buildings and decorations there's only, I think, about one building that actually has a task for characters to do, but that's about it. And for crafting, it's the normal crafting from what we see from the 3D printer from the sci-fi event. And like I said, it includes the Homer lizard and a lot of other cool decorations and and all this good stuff. Surprisingly, if you have a ton of donuts, it'll be extremely easy to actually get the currency for the crafting. As well, there is a little also thing that can help out for people called the premium press or primary press or whatever this is. Basically, this thing will kind of act like I think you can send all the people that walk around your town, all the like for example, we have reptars, Egyptians, and as well rats from each of the acts. You can send them way back in their time. But there is a gimmick with it, is that for every new item you collect in a character, decoration, or building, you'll get these tachyons, which for the more you get, the more you upgrade it. Like some could have a tap radius, and some will cool down the machine. If you get it to all to max level, you'll only have 6 seconds until you can launch it again. Which is a cool thing. I like that it goes back from 6 seconds, because, Simpsons tap out really goes from 6 seconds. Like, overall, when it comes to the event in general, I do like it. It is a bit more creative. I like the whole external sites thing. And I do like some of the characters. Some of them are a little odd, to say the least. And, well, it is kind of questionable why would Act 1 have 8 characters out of the blue, and then there's 3 and 3. It's kind of confusing, but whatever. Overall, I like this event. Comparing it to the, around the world, Destination Springfield, and the Spy event, that is a bit of a tricky situation. Because I do like the around the world event, not as much as everyone else does, but I still like it. The Spy event, I think, has more to it. So yeah, I don't know really know. I don't think about it how I really feel about this whole event in general when it comes to comparing it to the others, but it's a good event overall. I do like it that it has no real, mentions of the future, because it would have been easy just to go over the future, and that would have been weird. I mean, if it was called a sci-fi 2, I would have actually been okay with it going back in the future again. But it's still a decent event. However, I also will be including 2 smaller things that went on. One's just a simple 4th of July, which we know around June to July they'll add an ex-president from years ago back into town, to Springfield. And compared to the other presidents, I actually don't really know this president at all to be honest. And it's okay. They have at least gotten all the other presidents back in for returning, and as well they have retro Larzard as well, and some other cool stuff as well. Back. So the 4th of July is just your standard 4th of July. It's short, it's simple, so it's good. Another thing that was added that didn't affect with time travel, it was still included, is this thing called Road of Riches. Now this is something a little different compared to others, because this one brings back Cecil Tywiniger from the Tywinigers event 2 years ago, and I don't know if this will be a daily thing or whatever, but this thing includes him as you give him his give him your cash, a ton of cash, to get some more expensive buildings like the Springfield Dam, which is one of them, and as well from the Simpsons movie, there is a walk in a hard place, which does actually give Homer an 8-hour task where he goes through the wrecking ball. Well, since it's been 10 years since the Simpsons movie, I guess it is a clever homage. I don't know if we'll do a Simpsons themed event for the Simpsons 10 years of the Simpsons movie, but we'll let EA figure that one out. But until then, yeah, so I don't know if this thing, the World of Witches, will be a daily thing, because there is going to be more items coming out of it. I suppose? I don't know. I don't really know how it's going to be. I honestly didn't hope. I honestly don't know if I want it to be a daily thing or not, but let's just have to wait and see. But until then, that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next Simpsons tap out video. And also, as you may have noticed, this is my 500th video. Wow, 500 videos. Jeez, so long. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next Simpsons tap out video.